Hello students, today we will continue our topic Environment and Sustainable Development Part 4. We will continue strategies for sustainable development. Traditional knowledge and practices. Traditionally, Indian people have been close to their environment. They have been more a component of the environment, not its controller. If we look back at our agriculture system, healthcare system, housing, transport, we find that all practices have been environment friendly. Only recently have we drifted away from the traditional systems and caused large scale damage to the environment and also our rural heritage. In our country, there is a very much privilege to have about 15,000 species of plants, medicinal properties, which have medicinal properties. About 8,000 of these are in regular use in various systems of treatment, including the folk tradition. With the sudden onslaught of the Western system of treatment, we were ignoring our traditional system such as Ayurveda, Unani, Tibetan and folk systems. These healthcare systems are in great demand again for treating chronic health problems. You know about Ayush, Ayurveda, Yoga, Unani, Siddha, homeopathy. Again, researchers are doing research on ashwagandha to fight against COVID-19. Again, we are opting traditional practices, haldi, neem, giloy, ashwagandha like this. Nowadays, every cosmetic produce, hair oil, body lotion, face cream, and whatnot is herbal in composition. Benefits of herbal products: they are environment friendly, they are free from side effects, they do not involve large scale industrial and chemical processing. Biopest control. With the advent of green revolution, entire country entered into a frenzy to use more and more chemical pesticides for higher yield. Herbicides are used. What are the adverse impacts of chemical fertilizers? Food products were contaminated, soil, water bodies, even groundwater were polluted with pesticides. Milk, meat, fishes were found to be contaminated. To meet this challenge, efforts are on to bring in better methods of pest control. Use of pesticides based on plant products like neem trees are proving to be quite useful. Mixed cropping and growing different crops in consecutive years on the same land have helped farmers. Awareness is spreading about various animals and birds which help in controlling pests. For example, snakes are one of the prime group of animals which prey upon rats, mice, various other pests. Large variety of birds, owls, peacocks, prey upon vermin and pests. If these are allowed to dwell around the agricultural areas, they can clear large variety of pests including insects. Lizards are important in this regard also. Now we will discuss biocomposting. There are adverse effects of chemical fertilizers? We totally neglected the use of compost, completely switched over to chemical fertilizers to increase agricultural production. Large tracts of productive land have been adversely affected. Water bodies including groundwater system have suffered due to chemical contamination. Demand for irrigation has been going year after year. How can we remove this problem? After using the biocompost, farmers in large numbers all over the country have again started using compost made from organic waste of different types. In certain parts of the country, cattle are maintained only because they produce dung, which is an important fertilizer and soil conditioner. Earthworms can convert organic matter into compost faster than the normal composting process. This process is now being widely used indirectly. The civic authorities are benefited too, as they have to dispose reduced quantity of waste. Strength. These strategies are very simple, very important. You can search some more sustainable strategies related to sustainable development also. Before ending our chapter, we will discuss one more. Forest conservation movement. Chipko movement and Apico movement. Both have started to conserve forests. Chipko movement was started in 1973 in Uttarakhand, Himalaya regions. Apico movement was started in 1983 in Karnataka. Main aim of Chipko movement to preserve the trees on the Himalayan region from the contractors. Main aim of Apico movement to protect forest against the felling and commercialization of genetic forest and the destruction of traditional livelihood. Apico means hug in Kannada. Villagers in a Chipko movement, villagers used to hug trees to save them from being felled by the state, which then had no laws against felling of timber inside protected area. In those movements, people hug the trees to avoid cutting of trees. Thank you.